Yeah, this is like when I first drive a car.
Hi everyone, my name is Abdullah, and today I am with Kareem at Breitling. So, introduce yourself.
My name is Kareem Bahabri. I'm from Breitling, Jeddah Boutique, and it's nice having you, Mr. Abdullah, with us today.
Thanks for having
Most
me here.
welcome.
I came over to Jeddah, and the boutique here is just so amazing. And I realized that I never covered Breitling on my channel before, and one of the reasons why that is I never really understood this brand until I started to do some research, and I found that Breitling has such a rich history, and I feel that a lot of people might not really understand this brand. So if somebody was to walk into the store and they don't know anything about this brand, how would you describe Breitling to them?
Well, from an experience, it's very wrong if I give them all the information in details about Breitling. So what we do here, we give them like small details, like when the brand was founded, what's the level of the brand, what exactly does Breitling do, and what they're famous for. So for an example, if someone asks, what's your most selling or your iconic watch, or the watch you're famous with, we're gonna always introduce the Navitimer. Then we introduce maybe the SuperOcean if they're into sea. Some of the clients are like into luxury and the same time into functionality. So we introduce the Chronomat. When someone is asking about luxury, elegance, and all of that, we introduce the Premier.
Yeah, so one thing that anybody who walks into the store will realize that Breitling, first of all, they did a lot of firsts. They have basically set the modern design silhouette of the chronograph. And a lot of these watches were made for professionals. And I think that's the thing that, even for me, I never knew about this. They were not simply following the chronograph design. They were the ones that, in a sense, kind of invented the modern chronograph.
Yes, Breitling was the one that invented the first form chronograph. Like
Yeah.
previously, you've seen the chronograph functionality is all operated by the crown. But what Breitling decided to do, I think it was Willie Breitling, he invented the two bushers, the upper busher for the start stop, and we have the lower busher for the reset.
Yeah.
Many people in the market doesn't know that Breitling invented these functionalities.
Yeah, exactly. Like even the Omega Speedmaster, the Rolex Daytona,
Yeah.
in a way, all of them, Breitling wasn't following them. They were following Breitling's design, the
Yes.
chronograph design. Even until now, Breitling is one of the few brands that manufactures and provides the column wheel chronograph at its price point to even brands like Tudor.
Just like the B01 manufacturer.
Yeah, exactly. All right, now let's look at some watches. You've lined up a few different novelties here.
We have the Navitimer Cosmonaut. It's the re-edition of the first Cosmonaut they ever released. The B02 movement allows a hand wind. You have to wind it yourself. So there's no gravity. You need to use the hand wind. Also, they are using the 24-hour numerics because our astronaut wanted to know whether his kids are up or asleep.
I think it was Scott Carpenter.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, so he was the one who requested an astronaut-based Navitimer, because previously Navitimers were made for specifically for pilots. He needed a more niche down functionality that were specifically made for astronauts.
Exactly.
Like as you mentioned, the day-night indicator,
Yep.
that kind of thing in space.
All about the aircraft owners and pilots associations, they kept asking Willie Breitling to make them something for pilots. They needed to watch for pilots because back then they didn't have computers. So what they did, after like asking, really gave up and he's like, okay, I'm gonna make one of these. So after some time in 1962, they released the first Navitimer, the first computer for pilots.
Yeah.
And it was an amazing invention back then.
Yeah.
They can use it to do normal calculations. They can use it to calculate distance, the consumption, speed, and how long it takes them from point A to B, so on. Back then there was like the famous quartz watches. It was ultra thin. So the market was going down. The Swiss market, the watch market, overall, they were going down. So Chronomat was the watch that saved pricing back then. One of the watches that had influence, had like a hand in saving pricing. They were famous for all-purpose style, also at the same time luxury.
The Chronomat, as I understand it, it's kind of the everyday style watch from Breitling.
Yes.
So it's not specifically a dive watch, and it's not specifically a pilot's watch, but having that chronograph function, having that 200 meters of water resistance, I feel that this is Breitling's answer to the one and done. You know, you just have, if you want just one watch, this is it. It's gonna do everything. You're not gonna need any other watch after this.
The Chronomat is, we call it all purpose for a reason, right? For luxury, you have it,
Yeah.
for functionality, also you have it. We have the Premier, the second invention of fully Breitling. We wanted something elegant, we wanted something style, let's say, something that doesn't die, doesn't out fashion. The Premier, if you look at it back in like 60, 50, 20 years ago, it looks kind of the same.
Exactly, where the Chronomat is kind of that everyday watch, it still looks a bit casual. You can dress it up, you can dress it down. But this for me is more of a dress watch from Breitling. It's not a complete dress watch, still a sports watch. But if Breitling wants to have a dress watch, this would be it.
This is what these amazing choice.
The design is still the same,
Yes.
except maybe the dial color, and I feel that that adds a modern touch without, altering the design DNA to it.
Yeah.
It still looks like a Breitling.
Then we have the SuperOcean. This is a bring back on the first release of SuperOcean.
That was it was around that 50s era when Zodiac, when Blanc Bond, Rolex Submariner came out, and I feel that Breitling's response to that was so on point. Like, it was already known as the professional jewel watch for pilots. So it had the reputation back then. People knew Breitling for professionals. So when they came out with a dive watch, it was instantly one of the top brands to go for.
So this was one of the tools that people used a lot, very much back then.
I have small wrists. I have like 6.23 inch wrists, right? So anything that's larger than 42 millimeters, I don't even go near that. But all of the watches that I've seen so far, they actually fit really well on my wrist.
Well,
Which is a really fresh take. Like, it opens this brand to so many new consumers.
yeah. The thing is about Breitling, when you see a 43 millimeter size or maybe a 42, not all of them are the same size.
Yeah, it doesn't wear large. Even the lugs of this case, it's kind of curving down.
Yeah.
So it doesn't even wear as big as 42. It kind of wears almost as a 41. Guys, if you have any doubts, I would recommend just walk into a boutique and just try these on, honestly, because they wear so well.
The moment you try it on, emotional attachment is established.
All right, let's move on to the last piece.
We have the professional endurance Pro. The material made by Breitling is called Breitling. So this one, the Endurance Pro, this strap is 65 grams. That's something. The watch itself, the head is 38. It's an everyday use. You can use it for swimming, you can use it for extreme sports, you can use it for cycling, you can use it for so many sports. I'm not gonna say immune, it's gonna be resistant to damage. It's not as easy to scratch or damage as other watches. Also, it's using a super parts movement, which it can handle the high physical activities.
What Breitling has managed to do is create something that's very, very durable.
Yes.
And that's why the bright light, that material was specifically made to be extremely lightweight and durable, because this watch is not made for professionals in the sense that it's not made for pilots, it's not made for divers, but it is made for runners. It's made for athletes, and athletes need to kind of, you know how a Formula One car, you need to make it super lightweight. The body is sometimes made with materials like aluminum and things like that. So, and they remove all of the unnecessary things. I think that is what Breitling has done here with this watch.
100%. Also, as you mentioned, athletes. Athletes, we have swimmers, we have cyclists, we have climbers, we have runners. So all of these athletes, when they use this watch, it's like nothing. They wear nothing. Plus, it helps them with a lot of things.
Alright, Green, thank you so much for giving me your time. And guys, make sure if you are in Jeddah, visit Kareem. He'll take care of you. And honestly, this boutique is, you have to see this. It's amazing. And thank you so much.
Welcome.
And I'll see you in the next one.